Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Sloppy Lab. This is Bottom of the Beaker, the weekly show about the design, the ducks, and the strategy of Keyforge. I am JT Russell the Mighty. Oh, shoot, I messed up the intro. Gosh, dang it. Hey, guys, it's been a good streak, though. It's been a little while since I messed up the intro. That's
2
everybody.
weeks.
And I mean everybody's favorite unique deck cave. There we go. All is right with the world. My co-host tonight, this evening, has a new business venture that he wants you all to know about. It's a brand new system for super efficient heating of frozen foods. So head on down to your grocer and check out those quick thaw packages. Very exciting. Quick Draw 3457. How are we doing this evening, Quick Draw?
It's great. I'm really happy to finally debut this business. It comes perfectly timed with my microwave breaking a few weeks ago. So I need a new way to quickly heat some frozen items. So yeah, it's gonna be great. Can't wait.
Nobody thinks they need it, but when you need it, boy gosh, do you need it in a hurry. And Quick Draw, we must be this season. I feel like we've really been like scraping out the coffers to get hard hitting guest after hard hitting guest on the show, and tonight is no different. We have Andrew joining us back. Andrew, aka Dead Sync. I actually asked Andrew if we could call him Async for short, and he said he'd get back to me later. So we'll see about that. I don't know.
That's a real cerebral one. I love it. And I have to say, it's been I think my third appearance on Bottom of the Beaker. And when I first was here, you offered me the bundle package, and I said no, and I really wish I said yes, because I would have saved countless dollars if I had bought the bundle. But here we are, happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Have you back. Yeah, it's always good to have you back in the lab.
Dozens of dollars could have been saved. How about that?
Dozens of dollars, yeah.
I'm laughing at the chat here, and welcome folks in the chat. Good to see folks here with us this evening, ribbing us mercilessly tearing into us for our intro music, and Murph got me real good when he said he got his eardrums blown out when the audio music cut out and we came on the air. So very good. I appreciate that. And folks, if you're not here live, I don't know what to tell you. You have to experience that intro music to really experience that intro music, I guess.
We actually, I don't know. I love the intro music. That's all I'm going to say about it. I just love it.
Mm-hmm.
No notes.
It's golden. It is golden indeed.
Yeah.
Well, the folks who have been keeping score at home, right? The folks who have been keeping score at home, they must know that with Andrew, with Dead Sync here, there's only a couple things we could be talking about, right? No,
there's 18 things we could be talking about. Let's be real.
It's another adaptive episode. No, just kidding. Yeah, Dead Sync, great to have you here. We'd love to talk about anything you'd love to talk about, but what do we have to talk with you about this evening?
I mean, we could bid chains about what we want to talk about,
Hey.
if that's the flavor.
I didn't come wearing my party pants, so.
Well, I believe we're going to talk about Keychain, which the three of us work so hard on, and I think has been appreciated by the community. At least we hope so, but we keep hearing everyone's good feedback, and that's super, super awesome to hear. The first Keychain season is in the books now, so that will be, I think, worthy of discussion, which we will. And then, as I kind of teased on the community card Discord server, you have both so graciously allowed me to kind of give a little fun update on the world of community. And you didn't even, it only took like 5 times for you to say yes. And that was quicker than I thought. So no, you're both great. And you said, sure, bring it on over and we'll have a blast with it. So a lot of good, fun stuff to dive into. But I guess, I don't know. What do you want to talk about first?
I want to talk about how you brought in like twice as many live viewers as you normally have. So just going to throw that out there.
It's part of the bundle,
Yeah. This is great. The cross promotion's excellent. That thing's like it's like, hey guys, I want to take advantage of your network and let's get this thing out there. And then he comes on the show and he's like, also I brought all my posse. Hope you didn't mind.
Yeah.
It's like bringing like hors d'oeuvres to the party. You can't show up empty-handed. So this, not to compare community card fans with hors d'oeuvres, because that's a silly analogy. But no, I mean, I think lot of exciting stuff to talk about between Keychain community cards. So yeah,
Absolutely. And you called this out. I think I didn't even realize it, but it doesn't feel like it's been that long because we've been technically, out of quote unquote beta for not terribly long. But since Keychain was first a twinkle in our collective eyes, and I'll leave our listeners to imagine the details of the mechanics of that. But it's been almost a year since that first twinkle to now, which is pretty cool to look back and see the year that was and the ground that we've covered. Totally.
Escalated quickly.
yeah.
So we have the monthly leaderboard recap from the entire season. So it's a monthly leaderboard, but it's the entire season. It's from November. So we're going to go over kind of that, give some shout outs to people there. You have some stats for us to share on a lot of the Keychain happenings from the first year. So there's some interesting tidbits up here. Where do you want to start?
I guess let's go ahead and start with, I'm going to pull up my notes. Let's start with the leaderboard recap, right? We could talk about, and while JT pulls that up, we can kind of mention for those who maybe don't use Keychain. And by the way, you should go check out Keychain. Sloppylabwork.com/keychain. I should know the URL. I don't know. It's on the internet. Google is the thing.
Completely wrong. But you know what? It's totally wrong, but it would not surprise me if JT is just every single URL that could possibly be typed in redirects. So it's probably going to work anyway.
Keychain.sloppylabwork.com. Wow. Listen, I'm just really keeping the sloppy tradition alive here. The way we have kind of the, I guess, leaderboard ecosystem work is as you go out and participate at events at your local game store, which is where we started, but now also online and in non-store play groups. So things like leagues like Kagi and Miners and more are joining. And by the way, if you're a league that is not on Keychain yet and wants to be, shoot us a message on our Discord server. We're happy to bring you in. And essentially, as you get everyone who has a Keychain account who participates in an event, that group's EO will log those results. And you'll get two things primarily. You'll get XP, which levels you up and gets you more and more goodies for coming out each week to customize your player card. And also you'll unlock awards as well, I should say. That's a third thing I should say. But the other thing you get in addition to XP is RP, or rank points. And those are based on your finishing position. And we have that detailed on the website if you want to know the nitty gritty of how that's awarded. But essentially you place first, or the higher you place, you get a bunch of points. And if you are lower, you get less points. But you do get points for showing up as long as you're running a tournament there. And ultimately this, at least for last season, every event that you got RP, it just kind of tallied up. And then what we do is every month and every season, which is what we define as December 1st to November 31st of the year. I think I'm getting that right.
November 31st is, that's a tough one.
Yeah. I was like 30th, 31st, but at the last day of November. That's a season. That's a season, right? So different ways to slice the pie, if you will. And we have leaderboards, so you can see where you fall amongst all other Keyforge players on Keychain in that competition. We do something similar for premier events, which is Vault Tours and Nationals and Worlds. That's in a separate leaderboard ecosystem. They don't kind of crosstalk with your regular local or online organized play. But for all that other stuff, we have these leaderboards. And also recently, we started even giving awards out for that. So trophies. So if you placed in the top certain percentiles of your play group for the season or globally for the season, or also for global, we do on the per month basis too. So we wanted to really add, more ways to incentivize competition in other ways, right? Because when we started, it was just, you got first in an event, second in an event, third in an event, and so forth. But now you're also competing for the season. You're competing for the month. So what do you both think about that, and have people been talking to you about the leaderboard engagement at all?
It totally helped my group. I mean, we played weekly, and I was, pushing so hard to get people to come out every week because I wanted those leaderboard points for, getting at the top of any month. So I think it was huge. I mean, my group engaged with it pretty well. They loved being able to add their decks to accumulate stats in that way. And I think every group's different. Like every group of players responds to something different, which was really the idea from the start, was to make Keychain into something that had something for everybody there. If some people were interested in the badges and the weird things they could do, some people were interested in what deck stats they could accumulate. Some people wanted to be in the leaderboard. Some people wanted a cool little picture that they could check in at Voltours with. So there's a little bit of something there for everybody.
I will have to say, and folks on the stream here, reading off names on the list, and Quick Draw, as you were saying, have a cool badge you could scan into events. Marcus, who topped the season, the 2024-2025 season leaderboard, so king in the land for that season. Absolutely, yeah. Props to Marcus. Absolutely shamed me for my level when he scanned in my Keychain player card for KFC, as befits the champion, his due, I suppose. But
was that you've told the story before, but was that immediately after I shamed you for when you were thinking about when you were signing into Master Vault and you pulled up the QR code and like, no, we could be doing something cooler than that. So back-to-back shamings.
I can't win. Either way I go, I'm getting shamed. But on that note, though, my level might not be as mighty as some, but I do consider myself at least flavorfully. And here I am looking at the ranking point mappings. But if I go back to my keychain, back to my profile, I could admire this profile with the best of them. I am flavorfully keychain complete with the Logos avatar, the Logos sloppy lab work background for myself here. And okay, level 5, like sure, I have some work to do, but from a package standpoint on the flavor side, I'm feeling pretty good about life at the moment.
That's a great reminder. Actually, you just said something that I think not everyone may know, is that currently on Keychain, we have the ability, I think it's under, I forget where it is on the site, but under settings, you can adjust your privacy levels as to what to share. And you can actually take, if you enable it, if you allow it to be public, you could take your profile page and just share that link, and people can actually look at your player card. People can do that from the leaderboards as well. So, I invite, I guess, the chat, if you haven't done that, so and you're comfortable with sharing that, go ahead and set that privacy setting, and then drop it in the chat, and people can see all the fun, flavor text people have written in, and combinations of the avatars and the player card background. So, that's one fun part of it, as Quickdraw mentioned.
Totally. I guess while we're on the topic of tooting our own horns, and kind of looking at the different ways that folks can kind of engage and compete with one another, even for individual awards. So if I look at, say, the Champion Award, with the Champion Award, I have not earned this trophy at all. This is a trophy, right? I have not earned the champion trophy, and to do that, you have to win an in-person non-premier tournament with 6 or more players. I've done that 0 times. Sad for me. But were I in the running, I could see how many other folks have won this award and how often they've done it. So there's, for each individual award, a sort of top 5 leaderboard that you can compete for. And right now that's sort of an all-time thing, but I could see that being a seasonal thing too, which is pretty fun. So there's kind of different vectors that you can compete on, which I appreciate a lot as the kind of the gamer nerd in me. Totally.
You mentioned Marcus as being at the top. Do we want to run through the top 10? I don't know, Quick Draw, if you have that pulled up. I tabbed out of it.
Yeah,
But
I have it. If JT can pull it up too. But we already mentioned
yeah, please.
Sophaltis number one. So judging every single vault tour throughout the year, and then his day job is just kicking butt at his local game store. So really impressive work from Sophaltis getting first place. And then I believe Kirkman is a local of Sophaltis, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
He came in second. So that play group really representing well in the global leaderboards. Consistent showings every week. I think they sometimes play 2 matches a week, 2 tournaments a week. So they were busy down there. Um, Third for the season is actually the November champion, Dexter, aka Unfathomable. So kudos to Dexter for third. Shadow Meld, also, I believe, from the same play group as Sophaltis and Kirkman. So that group down there. What's the name of their play group? Do you guys know? Cozy Dragon? Is that what it is?
Ooh, that sounds
That's,
right.
Sounds right. Yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Don't want to put my foot in my mouth, but I think that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Shadow
Is
Meld.
that the name of the new house? Cozy Dragons? Is that the
I
name
think
of the new house
I think that's the
from
name.
DM?
Yeah, the Cozy Dragons. Yeah.
Cozy Dragons.
So Shadow Meld fourth, and then one of your locals, Dead Sync, Curbmeister,
Nice.
Hey,
came
Kirby.
in fifth, and I'm going to stop there for no particular reason.
Oofa doofa. This is. So what was it? Was it no? What month was it where you just edged out on being number 6? But you got it. You got it this time around. Quick Draw.
I did. I know. It's very ironic that I got the sixth.
It's
I think
beautiful.
it's because I had a pretty slow November after KFC doing some recovery at home and didn't have too many other events happening in November for myself. I ended up finishing, looks like about 1,000 points, 900 points behind number 5. So it's fitting. I'll take
Oh,
number
that
6.
sounds like a long-winded way of saying skill issue, but anyway.
Hey, says the guy in level 2.
The shaming never stops. It's okay. I'm already dead. Just keep kicking.
So I am number 6. Number 7 was Dr. Sheep. Had he played more adaptive, he probably would have climbed the rankings. I heard he's very good at adaptive. True story. True story. Number 8 is Satantron 5000. I actually don't know that user. I have no idea which playgroup they're from. But they got in number 8 overall.
That's exciting, though. That's super exciting to see. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know this person. It's like that. I love to see that. So
Yeah.
kudos. That's fantastic.
Yeah. And then number 9 is our very own Dead Sync.
Happy to
Yo.
just eke in the top 10.
Number 9, yeah. And then Hawks Fan D is number 10. And that rounds out the top 10 for 2024-2025 season.
And everyone there, well, everyone but Marcus got the gold top 10 trophy. Marcus got a very special, what we call ascension level trophy, which ascension level essentially means it's kind of the cream of the crop. Not everyone is meant to get an ascension trophy. They are very challenging to get. And then beyond the top 10.
Sorry, if you go to his profile, JT, you can actually see it. We can show it.
Ooh, I can do that.
Love that.
It looks pretty nice.
I'm actually going to head over to the all-time leaderboard.
Of course, this is for anybody that's watching live. All the listeners out there, you'll have to navigate around. But Sophaltis' profile is public.
Level 23. What a boss. He's the endgame boss of Keychain. Holy moly.
What am I at right now? I am also level 23. So I am right there next to him as far as level goes.
Gosh, I'm slacking. I'm only at 20. Jeez.
There it is.
Marcus has 2 Ascension trophies. What a beast. All right, let's go, Marcus. Marcus has a season champion and a monthly champion Ascension trophy. Look at that.
Very cool. Congrats, Marcus. Congrats, bud.
And those award-specific leaderboards that I've mentioned, he is the lone person that she stands alone, as it were, on this leaderboard. So that's a pretty cool, this is a pretty cool page. All the folks with this trophy to their name. There is but one, and he's got it. So very cool. Kudos. Yeah.
If you go to the Ascension Trophy for the monthly, we can see which players have the most monthly victories, and you'll see one person stands ahead of the rest of them for the single month leaderboard. That is Kirkman. Kirkman has won 3 individual months throughout the last season. So congrats to Kirkman there.
Nice.
And if you didn't make the top 10 of the season, don't worry. We got the silver awards up to, up to 50th, I think. And then from 51 to 100, you get the bronze. And all of those are still very, very awesome to get. That means you've engaged in Keychain enough to be in that top 100. So congrats to everyone who's won a trophy in our first Keychain season.
Yeah. I want to give another aside. This play group that we talked about, where Sophaltis and Kirkman and others are from, we like to joke that they made us rechange like how we calculate the scores, because they were playing so much Keyforge the past year that we decided, yeah, we're gonna have to cap the number of events you can play in a month for the monthly leaderboards to 5. And if you play in more than 5, it will calculate your score based on your 5 best performances. But they had some months where they played 6, 7, I think maybe even 8 events in a single month, which is awesome. I mean, props to them for doing that. But we are trying to keep the leaderboard in a way that other groups don't feel like it's out of reach, and to make it feel like they needed to show up 8 times in order to compete with the leaderboard. We want to give everyone a feeling of being able to compete. And so we decided, starting in this season in December 1st, to take your 5 best scores for a month and use those for your monthly leaderboard score.
Cool. I like that. I like that. It feels like a good balance. You can still improve by getting more play in, but a little bit of a soft cap, as it were. Yeah.
And while we're talking about trophies, I think this might be a good segue to another point, notably more for EOs. I'm going out of order here on our little notes here, but this has actually been in Keychain's back end since I think when we first added trophies, and it just, we hadn't kind of come up with the system yet, and it still isn't fully done yet, but we could actually start talking about it now. Is that we have store champion trophies, and these are going to be trophies that the exact method, we still need to figure out some of that, but I guess a oversimplification of things is that EOs will be either able to assign those or be able to say this event is a store championship event, and then those are awarded for your store championship events. And we just actually, this is very timely, right? Because Ghost Galaxy just started announced 2026 store championships. We're really excited for it. And what we also are going to do is that we will allow retroactive rewarding through any store championships under Ghost Galaxy. So that would be the 2024 and 2025 store championships. If you've kept a log of who has won your group's store championships in the past, you will be able to, in one way or another, award those trophies to those players. So that's another fun thing that we think we can do in Keychain to further award accomplishments at the local level too, which is awesome.
So you made these as trophies instead of badges, because badges are like a one-time thing. You get the badge, you got it. But these being trophies mean that you can get multiple store championship trophies, just like you can in real life. So if you won the Archon store championship at your store in 2024, and again in 2025, maybe you win it again in 2026, you could have that trophy 3 times by March.
Yeah. So that's exciting. I'm a sucker for the shinies, as I say. So hopefully EOs are excited as well for that. And we even have some more shinies coming up. And this might be a fun thing to move on to next. Is one of the premises, or I guess not premises, but kind of goals that we had was, right, Keychain is a living ecosystem, right? We didn't just want to put it out there and say, all right, folks, have your fun, and walk away and say, never touch it again, right? We wanted it to kind of grow and evolve and just kind of be a part of the community and part of the game's growth. So what we've done is we've introduced these things called charm drops, which is analogous to content drops in like things like video games and stuff like that. And charm drops offer new cosmetic items. They're not so much features for Keychain. They're new things that you can either win, awards, player card customization, stuff like that. And we can announce that we will be making Charm Drop 5 available soon. We don't have a date yet, but Charm Drop 5 sliding into DM because it's right around the corner. We have fun. We have fun with in the naming department of the Charm Drop, team.
It's you.
Yeah, I have a lot of fun with it. I not to hype myself up too much, but I think I've been doing pretty good so far.
Yeah.
That's good. Keep me honest. And so I don't have the stream up, admittedly, but I'm assuming that's on screen that people can see some of the things that you'll expect to see unlockable. Obviously, the focus being draconian measures, new player card backgrounds. There's some really cool art in DM, new avatars. So if you're a big dragon fan, this is your chance. And then also, as we've done before with Prophetic Visions, there will be a badge for what we call pre-release or release events. We're pretty loose with that term. It doesn't have to be the kit from Ghost Galaxy. Prophetic Visions, I don't think even had one. But ultimately, if your group makes an effort to host something that is meant to celebrate the release or pre-release of these sets, EOs can award those to those attendees. And again, it's another way we're trying to incentivize organized play. And we're looking forward to bringing that soon to Keychain. And the next thing for folks to go and unlock and customize.
Yeah, that looks like you got the cozy dragon there in the.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to have the cozy dragon. Yeah.
The official mascot. So it looks amazing. The work you did on these ones, they look really, really good. Can't wait for those to actually drop. I think a lot of people are going to be repping the cozy dragon house pretty soon on Keychain.
ABCD. Or the Cozy Dragon.
Always the Cozy Dragon. Yes. I have to admit too, I didn't until right this moment check what you put in the QR code for the artwork.
I was wondering that too.
I wonder if you put a little Easter egg or something. Like, gonna find something funky here.
I know. It's just like Keychain, right? I forgot, to be honest.
No, absolutely. That's great. And I love the pre-release / release event badge you got here. Nice little splash of color in that. Looking good, looking very sharp. I have to say too, the more that I have seen around and seen people repping the periodic table avatar tiles. Do you call them avatar? I don't know. I forget what we call them. Avatar tiles?
Yeah, avatars. Yeah.
I've been liking them more and more. So really digging those. Absolutely. Yeah.
That's part of the bad chemistry set.
Part of the bad chemistry set. Absolutely.
That naming crew that does this.
You gotta give these people a raise. I mean, they're doing stellar work here. Award winning.
As the mid-level manager, I will agree to double your salary.
Oh, nice. Yes.
I've only done that for JT so far, so you should feel very lucky.
I am. I won't ask again for a raise for a very long time.
Maybe until Charm Drop 6.
Which great segue. I think we are prepared to share the name of that, and I think that'll excite some people. Although, again, we were talking before the cast, and this has been kind of in the works for a while, and it's kept getting pushed back. So say what you will about that, but Charm Drop 6 asterisk is going to be called DT Best Set. So
there we go.
There you go. What more do you need? If you need a reason to sign up for Keychain, that's it.
Oh man, that's going to be a good one. We don't have any assets to share for that right now on the stream, do we?
I don't think so.
Okay, we're going to have to wait for that one. But DT Best Set coming soon to a Keychain near you.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Exciting.
Oh boy.
Good time.
You've been busy, Dead Sync. You've been very busy.
I gotta say again, I want to give a shout out, and we put this on our website too. Is admittedly, a lot of what we do is done by the great illustrations that have contributed to Keyforge, and so we make sure to list all the illustrators' names on our website. And I know actually, I don't know if we've done anything with it yet, but we actually on the back end are tracking it per item too. So maybe there's some room we could explore of saying like when you hover over something. It shows not to put work on JT, but ultimately what I'm trying to say by all of this is that we're very cognizant of that, and we love supporting artists, and we want to make sure that we recognize them for their work, because that's what makes it great. Those are the flashiest parts. As much as I can get excited about a glowing trophy, which I do enjoy, the art, the illustrations are really what kind of are the colorful, flashy parts of keychain. So thank you.
Yeah, this is when Quick Draw gets to experience the art kind of for the first time. So
yeah, I am famously bad at the Artbot game. And then I've been playing a lot of Keyforto lately. That isn't about the art, but I'm realizing how little I remember about an uncommon action that's in a later set than Ember Skies or something like that. I'm just like blanking. I can't remember it. So um, I was just no. That just reminded me of like all the puzzle games that are out there in Keyforge right now. Keeps it fresh. Are you guys enjoying Keyforge?
Love Keyfortle. Yeah, that's been fun. That's a kudos. I admittedly forgot their username. Who is it?
Valnor is the creator
Valnor,
of
yeah.
kfstats.com.
Thank you so much. It's been such a hit, and especially on the Sloppy Labwork server, right? I mean, that's like, is that the unofficial
I feel like we've been
home
the
of
biggest
Keyfortle?
fans.
Yeah.
Maybe it is. I mean, I know in the French server they have a popular following over there too, but our server, I gotta say, has been really into Keyfortle.
We're big fans. Everyone's a big fan. So thank you for putting that together. It's been a lot, and Valnor's been also great at updating like how the hints are processed and how kind of information is conveyed, and very very quickly too.
Do you have a go-to starting card?
It was Sloppy Lab Work for a while,
Oh, that's so
because
nice.
that's where I learned about it. So I was like, okay, and then it was Crim Torchtooth for a while for funny reasons for those who when I had an answer that was different than everyone else's, and that was so Crim Torchtooth. I don't know. I haven't had a consistent one lately. So how about you two?
I have a good one that I love. It's been really good for me lately. Psyophorus or Morpheus. And so
Okay.
my reasoning is Star Alliance is a pretty common house across a lot of sets. It is a 3-word name, so it'll tell you how many spaces you have as well. So it's going to tell you if it has 2 spaces in it, it's going to be either 3 or more words. Very few have more than 3 or 4, but it'll tell you how many spaces you have. It has a period in it, so there's some cards that have a period, like anything with a psi or a doctor, something like that. So knowing if there's a period, I think is pretty big. And then obviously being a creature, it gives you 2 power and 1 armor. So it's able to tell you if you have armor, if it's higher than 1. 2 is a little low. I wish there was like a 3 power, 1 armor. That might be a little bit better, but it's done really well for me so far. It's given me some good hints to get started.
And it's an uncommon, so you kind of lock in on rarity unless
That's right.
you happen to roll a special or something.
There was a special a few days ago. But yeah, you're right. It's right in the middle of the rarity as well. So Psyophorus Morpheus is my go-to.
Nice. Yeah, I've been my go-to has been You Shouldn't Have, for similar reasons, though it's less ideal for set for sure. But
yeah,
getting some words in there, getting some punctuation, getting an uncommon, common house, all that stuff. Yeah, totes.
It's got an amber on it too, so
got a little nugget, get some nugget signal. I dig that. Cool.
All right, well, we have I think one more keychain bit to share, right? We're ready to share this. I think we've already shared this with the world. We don't have to worry about making more work or pressure for JT. This has been already talked about, but the next thing on the roadmap for keychain, aside from all of the charm drops that are coming soon, the next development item I would say on the roadmap is going to be the playgroup finder, which is going to help people not just find playgroups but find events, and kind of see and browse different playgroups that are out there to see if someone new encounters keychain somehow or another, and they could see what the closest playgroup to them is. Hopefully scheduling events on there is another thing too, so people can see which playgroups are active, where the events are happening. Maybe plan a Keyforge road trip and go visit a bunch of them on one time and RSVP for those events. It's been something that's been asked for a while, so I'm pretty excited to see it next up on the roadmap.
Yeah, I think I'll probably say this about a bunch of other things, but I truly am. I think I'm being genuine when I say I think this is one of the biggest things that keychain can bring, in the sense that it really is getting at the heart of one of our, essentially the primary goal for us, which is right, supporting organized play. And well, figuring out where to go and when to show up for organized play is kind of like the most fundamental way that can happen. And right, we already have events as a thing, and the actual specifics on how that gets done we'll find out over time. But we could see a world in which an event can get made before it actually happens, right? And then it has a date. When is it happening? Where is it happening? What's some information? And then you could see how that event can then be maybe searchable, or at least even just on a list of events, whether that's near you geographically or just groups you are in, play groups you are in, whatever we talk about doing there. And then when the event happens, right, you could see how that can move into like the post-event stage, where that event that you said you join, now your results are in there, and now it moves to it's a completed event, and it's all kind of that seamless kind of like you check keychain, right? That's the goal, right? I think is you check keychain for where to go play, and then you check keychain when you're done playing, and then you can kind of see the rewards you've gotten from that, and hopefully when you're back there, you go look at that. Okay, well, what's next, right? And then hopefully the cycle continues. So that's kind of like what we're hoping to do. And I want to give also a shout out to you, JT, because you've actually taken those two puzzle pieces, but you've added now one in the middle. This is not keychain, but this is sloppy tourneys, and I freaking love sloppy tourneys. It's such a great software for running tournaments, and there's just so much like control that you have as an EO to be able to manipulate how rounds get formed, adjusting results. What if there's things go wrong, you can tweak. There's a lot of great controls there. And then, all right, we're biased here, but one of the best parts is when you're all done, you click a nice little button that says export to keychain, and then all of those results that you've tabulated from the tournament bracket go right into your keychain playgroup. And it's automatically linked up with the players. It's a fantastic workflow. And so if you combine keychain with sloppy tourneys, you're getting again, if we talk about doing this kind of event finder, playgroup finder, hopefully it's the entire ecosystem, right? Before you play, when you're playing, after, and then kind of continue to build OP. So very, very exciting stuff.
Totally looking forward to seeing a lot of like cool ideas coming in from folks too on what they want to see from the event finder and how they want to interact with it. So that's going to be, excuse me, a lot of fun to put together and a lot of fun to see folks interact with. And yeah, glad to hear that. Glad to hear the terms are getting some use. I'd say especially for folks trying to, bootstrap an LGS group, trying to get, that's kind of the sweet spot where it's aiming less at like, hey, we're going to run a 100-person event, and more at like, making things easy. You can look at across the room and see the folks you're running the tournament for, and have all the controls to kind of make stuff right is kind of the goal. So yeah, I'm glad that's been working out.
What I've loved about Sloppy Tourneys is it's all tied to the Sloppy Network domain, which is the same as the keychain domain, which means that you can, if you're registered for keychain, you already have an account needed for Sloppy Tourneys. And as the EO, you can either manually add people's usernames straight in there. You can schedule an event ahead of time and give people a link so that they can just click it and register for the event that day. Or what I've done a few times, which is super cool, this is a tip that JT gave me. If you go to the Sloppy Tourney page on your mobile phone and you hit the share button on that website, one of the options to share is creating a QR code. And you just drop your phone on the table with the QR code, have everyone in your LGS that's playing there just scan that QR code. It goes straight to the event where they can register. And then as soon as they're already registered in there, if they're on keychain, like you said, the export button, it makes the whole process so easy and smooth. And you have control over the different type of events you want to run. You can redo pairings if something went wrong or you don't agree with how it paired. I've had many cases where like Challenge or other sites like do some bottom up pairing that kind of like doesn't make a lot of sense for us. And I was like, man, that's weird. I don't know why I did that. Wish it didn't do that. Well, Sloppy Tourneys lets you kind of control that and fix that if we want to.
Oh, making me blush here. I like it.
Hey, it's pretty fantastic.
Great stuff. It really is.
I've been using it every week.
Thank you.
Using it for the Triad League that we just started, testing the limits of it with the number of players we have. We're up to, I think, 40 players.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And so you were saying you weren't sure how many people it could handle. Well, let's find out if it can handle 40.
And yeah, I guess more of how much fun it'll be to run. I say that because some of the layouts and things, it's was made for not super long lists of matches and that sort of a thing, but it should all work? Question mark. We'll see. Trial by
Said in
fire.
confidence.
Said in confidence.
Nothing's broken yet. So
nice. Awkward
All right.
word. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, excellent. I don't know. Should we shift gears? Maybe talk about. I feel like we gave your posse here, Dead Sync, a little bit of bait and switch. We got them here.
Oh, that's how you do it. You save it for the end, so they stay for the whole. That's just like programming 101, right?
Absolutely, totally.
I'm happy to talk about community, and I will preface all of this by saying I came with a very complicated request for the stream setup because we have a little presentation to go with it. So we'll see if this works. So I'm going to go and hopefully I don't know what are people seeing, JT, because right now I have no clue.
Pardon my cough. So, well, I'll let Quick Draw tell us, because I'm seeing the.
I have the stream up, so we can now see the 2025 Community Card Awards slide that you have ready to share with us here.
Beautiful, fantastic. So great. So thanks everybody. As we shift gears, this is a little presentation that I put together. I really I'm not a big slideshow person, but I certainly tried my best to make it something entertaining to watch. And if you're an audio listener, we will make our best effort to read any kind of images that would help understand context. So 1 second here.
It's okay, Dead Sync, because I'm gonna overlay our background music behind this in case the folks on the podcast.
Perfect, beautiful, fantastic. And if JT and Quick Draw, if you start waving your hands because I'm doing something terrible, I'm probably not going to see you. So we'll just hope it all. Feel free to speak up any time. Anyways, let's get into it. So here we are, the 2025 Community Awards. So what is community, right? What is this thing if you haven't heard about it before? Well, it's an unofficial game variant for Keyforge, and it has collectible cards for an expandable experience. And the way the card collecting works is the more cards you collect, the more types of game experiences you can have in your games, because every card is a new modifier and you get a new modifier each turn. That's how it works. And we had 42 unique cards, each, I shouldn't say each, most representing a community entity. And we had a launch event at Keyforge Celebration 2025. I like to think it was well received, and I'll have some data to back that up too. But a bunch of people have come up to me and said that it was a fantastic experience. Thank you so much. If you weren't at KFC, don't worry. You can play for free via Print and Play. And you can visit our Discord server or Archon Arcana to learn more. There's a QR code. I'll keep a hundo with you. I don't know where that QR code goes. I'm assuming it's one of the two things I just said. But we'll see. Report back where it takes you. Hopefully it takes you to what you need to print and play the
It looks like it's your PayPal account. That's weird.
Oh yeah! Wow! Dang! Huh? Dang! I've been got. Okay. But yeah. So
PayPal account in the show notes.
yeah. You can print out the cards, print and play, and go there. Go with there, and it works with any game variant. By the way, any other game variant, any game mode, including multiplayer modes for the Vault Assault Keymander fans out there. Survey. So we did a survey after the Keyforge Celebration event, and just to kind of go over, I don't want to stay on data too long, but we love data here, right? So we got 20 people who responded to our survey. Thank you. At KFC, almost 5 games were played on average, which is fantastic. And then on average, 36 and a half unique cards were collected. So, 10 players especially collected all 42 cards. Also, the mode, I don't know what I meant by that. That feels like a a typo on my part. That's
No,
okay.
the mode would be of the 20
Oh,
responses. That is
the
the most.
mode, the
Yes.
mode. See, this is why I'm not a stats person. So I had to Google what is it called,
This was
and
an
now
AI. This is an AI presentation, isn't it?
yeah, and now seeing it out of context again, me not a stats person, I'm like, what do you mean the mode? Community's the mode. Anyways, whoosh, over my own head.
I am one of those 10. I was able to get all 42 of them. I'm very happy that I could.
That's awesome. The cards I think came out great, by the way. Art of Forge printed the cards, and including the foils that people have seen, and very, very happy with them. We had 3 different subvariants. The most favorite amongst everyone who voted was the full subvariant, which is ultimately use all your cards that you got, just throw them in one big pile, smash them up, and play. This stat I really, really liked. 95% had learned of a community entity that they had not heard of before through community cards, right? So that's what it's all about, is kind of discovery with the greater Keyforge community, reaching out and maybe finding something you had not heard of before. So that warmed my heart, as well as these 2 slides or stats. How would you rate the community variant overall? 19 responded, an average rating of 4.68. Incredibly humbling to see that. So a lot of people enjoyed community. That's fantastic. And then this one, I don't know how this happens. This feels almost statistically improbable, but I asked, how would you rate the community card companion event at KFC overall? All 20 respondents voted 5 stars, which was like a big wow moment for me, because again, I'm not a stats guy, but oftentimes you get a 4 or a 3 or this a perfect 5 20 times in a row is quite incredible, and I'm very, very happy that you like it. I could literally say you all, at least you all 20, you all enjoyed this event at KFC last year. So thank you.
So every single person responded with a 20.
All 20 of the responded with 5 stars out of 5.
Also the mode. Then you'd say 2. No.
It's the min, the max, it's every single stat.
It's the min, max, and the mean. Awesome.
The cosine, the sine, whatever. We'll just start throwing out words.
Normally in the online review space, you're going to get a bunch of 5-star reviews and a bunch of 1-star reviews and nothing in the middle, but you didn't get any 1-stars.
They weren't allowed to vote. That's the secret. No, but thank you everyone for your support. And thank you to everyone who voted in what we're about to go to right now, the Community Card Awards. We had 30 ballots submitted. We have 7 award categories to award, and we have prizes. Can you believe it? We have 2 kind of sets of prizes. We have a raffle for everyone who submitted a ballot to get the chance to get a complete 2025 playset. That's every single card in the playset with the KFC 25 mark, plus the 3 foil promos that were part of the KFC event. And then also for the actual community card of the year, we have some fun stuff for that winner as well. So before we get to it,
JT and I have not seen this. We have no idea.
That's true.
So yeah, and you're controlling this presentation. We don't even know. We can't even skip ahead.
And you also can't skip past this ad. Ha, got you. We got to pay the bills here somehow at Community Cards. And just like Sloppy Labwork has sponsors, we have an advertisement, and it's unskippable because I have the clicker. And Necco too, Glorious Tradition. It happens at the end of this month, Saturday, January 31st to Sunday, February 1st in Gap, Pennsylvania. Tickets are still on sale, and we are doing Crucible Clash sealed open 3 pick 1, but with no Archon powers. And quick draw, you are a former attendee of Necco 1. What do you think? How'd that go for you?
It went pretty good. I will be at Necco 2 to defend my championship title from last year.
That's awesome. And I'm super excited because we've said this already, and I have no problem saying it now because we've been talking about it on various shows and stuff. Our current ticket count last we checked was about 38. So we are already over our last year's event, and we still have weeks to go. So thank you to everyone who has supported Neko 2 so far, and we're really, really excited to see what this year brings. So
I'm still waiting for the Sweet 16 details. The Sweet 16 last year was fantastic. Is Fabulousing organizing the Sweet 16 again?
She is, and those details are coming soon.
Awesome.
So, anyways, we'll skip the
Just want to say, to close out the ad, that weekend at NECO last year in Gap, PA, was the literal best Keyforge performance of my entire life. Not just the actual main event. In all the Sweet 16 events, I lost a single game of Keyforge that weekend. It's something about Gap, Pennsylvania. It's a special place to me now.
And if only Keychain was up by then.
Seriously. Yeah. No retroactive events. It's too bad.
And that I should mention, Neko 2 is on Keychain, or will be on Keychain. So another reason to make sure you're on Keychain is what you do at Neko 2. That'll earn you points. So anyways, on to the award show. Here we go. The Groundbreaking Discovery Award. And so what this, our first award kind of honors are the cards that kind of reveal to players something that they had not heard of before. The card that kind of made you go, huh, what's this? So this is kind of, again, this award kind of gets at the heart of what community attempts to do, is discover something new. So the winner of this award is Cornforge. Cornforge is the Groundbreaking Discovery Award. Congratulations. I believe that's a team. Well, I know it's a team. I believe led by Fig. I want to say in Nebraska, but now I'm not 100% confident on that, so I apologize if I'm wrong on that. Gotta be a lot of corn. So I'll read this card. Is at the end of your Forge a Key step, each player reveals a card of their choice from their hand. If the sum of the power of the revealed cards is odd, gain 2 amber, and each opponent draws 2 cards. Otherwise, draw 2 cards, and each opponent gains 2 amber. So everybody wins, but maybe a little bit of mind games, perhaps, as to what you want to get out of it specifically.
I like that. I like
mind games are fun.
The agency that each player has with this, and deciding and trying to figure out, what kind of result you want.
I have to ask you though, Andrew, did they like pay you in advance to put their card in every pack, or did that just kind of happen?
Oh yeah, you're right. So that's it. Right. So what was the saying? It was like Cornforge all packs Cornforge. I forgot. There was a saying because I was speaking to Blaine had coming up to me, Strange and Eight, and he was like, dude, every pack has Cornforge. And I'm like, no, that can't be right. And then he's like right in front of me opening it. And of course there's Cornforge. He goes, see? And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. So apparently every pack has Cornforge. And yeah, so maybe that's why it's the greatest discovery, is because we forced everyone to get one.
Nice. I did see at least one pack be opened without Cornforge. So not a washout.
If you can believe it,
Totally.
And we'll also, I for each of these awards, or for most of these awards, we're going to acknowledge the runner-up. And the runner-up for this one was S Regulations. That's a game variant made by DD Reaper. Some of that information has been discussed on the community card server. So if you want to learn more, come join us over there. On to the Stars Aligned Award. This goes to the card with the best design flavor. Now, what do I mean by that? We're not eating the cards. It means that it's the card whose mechanics and concepts really kind of feel right at home with what the card is meant to represent, what the entity is. So it's that perfect kind of synergy in design where you have this community group and this design of the card, and you go, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That fits. And so, should I put you both on the spot here? Do you have any thoughts on cards that you really enjoyed, or you thought that might be really good for that synergy?
I feel like I'm being baited here, but the real question, Deadsick, is we're already on the second award and you haven't given one to us yet. What the hell's going on?
Why did we invite you here?
Because everyone knows that you're so popular. You couldn't be the best discovery, you know?
No, teasing. There were a lot of really really flavorful awards. Man, I mean, putting me on the spot. I hate to pick one out publicly here on the
That's
spot.
okay. I won't hold you to it, but I'll say you mentioned it. Could it be one of your cards, like you said? It's not. It is Archon's Corner. Archon's Corner. Congratulations! You're the winner of the Stars Aligned Award. And I'm going to read that. After drawing a card twice this turn, you may yell, "Draw better." If you do, purge that card and draw another card. And I'll also note that the skip cost is without borrowing money from someone else, give an opponent a $1 bill or equivalent in any currency. I had yet to witness it happen. But what do you think? Does that sum up the AC crew for you?
That's very good. I would say for sure. And the skip cost, and then there's also the flavor text: play fast and yell, and it may not be noticed. You need to contribute to the swear jar. So, um, yeah, that's a good one. And I also shout out the runner up for this one too. The Keyforge Art Bot it's exactly what you would think it would be. So very good flavor in the Keyforge Art Bot as well.
Yeah, that's Cats and Dogs, right? Who does the KF Art Bot, and it's a lot of fun, and so is the card, equally so. So congratulations to you both. Let's keep it rolling with the Mind Warper Award, the most game warping. This is the card that really just takes Keyforge's, how you expect Keyforge to play, and just throws the rulebook out and says, "We're gonna do something absolutely crazy here. We're gonna do something mind-blowing, game warping," and I'm going to show you the winner of that, and that is Key of the Emperor, Riku's video content. And you'll notice here there's a runner-up here that we might be involved in it right now, but I'll read this card really quick because this one's game warping. It has two abilities. The first one is a reveal ability, which resolves right when you decide to activate the card, and that says put Key of the Emperor aside. It remains active for the rest of the game. Then there's a constant ability on it, which says when a player would forge a key, they may instead spend 6 amber to claim Key of the Emperor. For as long as they have it, creatures they control gain after reap, draw 3 cards. What do you think about that, warping your Keyforge play?
It certainly does. I have not found a situation yet where I have wanted to spend 6 to claim the Key of the Emperor instead of forging. So I don't know. I'm curious if anyone else has actually done that before.
I don't think I actually got a chance to play with this one at KFC, so I'll have to I don't know. I'll have to give it a try and let you know. Although I have to say, I do love drawing me some cards. I would be sorely tempted, especially if I were, I don't know, building around the potential to have this come up. It's like it's like one of the cards which you like could potentially build around knowing it's in the deck, right? Because it's like it's going to be a constant effect, assuming it doesn't get skipped once it is revealed. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, messing with key forging stuff can definitely be very game warping. And I actually have a great story about this card. David Mikulova and I were playing a community game in the middle of the day, one of the days, and they had just hit me with a brig, and I was like, "Ah, man, that stinks." And then, when you know it, I got this card on the turn I was about to be brigged. And I said, yeah, sure, I will not forge a key because this is a replacement effect. So I did that. I did not forge a key. And essentially, the brig fizzled or the IG fizzled, I should say, because the key was never forged. So
it seems like some rules learning from you there.
Yeah. Well, it's hard for me to resist, right? But a fun moment where, and this sometimes happens where, like, right, this card, you could argue is not meant to be a brig workaround, but it was just a fun interaction that this mode can sometimes do, where you say, "Oh, wait, I can bypass forging a key, and it's actually good right now." In this case. So very, very fun moment playing with them about that card. So very, very cool. And then, listen, bottom of the beaker, runner up. How about you two talk about what you decided to do with your card?
Yeah, this is a fun one. This is it's basically the hand and brain card where after you choose your active house, you recruit a player from outside your game. If you do, you draw 3 cards, and they make all decisions for you for the remainder of the turn. I had so much fun with this one. It's fun to just like call over someone random that's near you and be like, "You need to play this turn for me," and they have to kind of figure out what's going on. And the best time that happened was when I was playing against you.
I remember it well.
I called over Orion, and you were on check for key 3, and I could not stop you. And he looks through my hand and archives, and he finds a couple extra untamed pips and a key charge. And Orion won that game for me against you. I did not win that game. Orion won that game.
Nice.
I was sad to lose, but it warmed my heart that it was a loss in such a fun way. That again highlights kind of the wackiness of the cards, and again makes sense that it is the runner up for the Mindwarper Award. So congrats to you both. I'm going to say we're halfway through. I don't actually know. It just sounds like something right to say. So it sounds right to say because it's Might Makes Right Award, and that is, as you can guess, the card that you all thought was the most powerful. Just straight up, like, this card is powerful as heck. Yeah.
I'm playing what this might be.
What do you both think it might be?
I think it might be the Neko card.
Now, what do you think, JT?
I thought that it was gonna be the Neko card as well. I think that was also my vote. Yep.
All right. Well, let's see. You are both right. It is the Neko card. Neko is the winner of the Might Makes Right Award. I will read that now. It has a reveal ability that says, put Neko ready and warded on a flank of your battle line. It is considered a houseless cat creature with 9 power and versatile. If Neko were to leave play, put it into the community discard pile it came from instead. With the flavor text of forget the bag, he's out of control. So yeah, it's good, and I can't even say I'm fully innocent here. I could tell a fun anecdotal story about this. Is we did do some playtesting on the cards, and I remember it was Kirby and I. We were sitting down, we were talking, and this card came up, and we literally said the words, "This might be a little too good." And so I'm not going to throw the entire Neko crew under the bus, but we went back and we're like, this might be a little too good. And I would say I got talked off the ledge, although I'll raise this as a counterpoint because maybe this is me just gaslighting myself. But there is an argument to be made that it is very powerful. But one thing I find interesting about this card, and what I enjoy about the conversation about it, is it is very good. But to get the max value, it sometimes takes a lot of turns to really take advantage of that. Even less so if someone has a lot of removal. Whereas some community cards can, on the spot, make very, very substantive changes. So I don't know. What do you both think? You both voted for Neko. So what do you think on that?
Well, I voted for Neko here live. That was my prediction for what I thought would win. I actually voted for something different when I actually voted. I voted for Fudginator's card, actually, which is basically it's like Swindle, where you steal 3 because you discard your entire hand, and you steal Amber, you would have half the number of cards that you discarded that way. I think stealing 3, maybe even more if you have an archives, is better. But I have a fun story about the Neko card. It came up in one of my games where Whirlpool was out. Shocker. And my opponent accidentally put it on their right flank instead of their left flank, and they just gave it right to me after their turn. And I made sure to never give it back to them the rest of the game.
That's funny. I think Dead Sync that when the good folks that be sit down to talk about banning an errata, this will get the hammer before recompense and drink screen.
I'm sure actually even GG is sitting looking at their PV cards and goes, maybe we should actually call up Dead Sync and talk about that Neko card because it was busted the event. But yeah, we'll see. Time will tell. Haven't had any substantive discussions on if we do card changes or something like erratas. I'll say it's not entirely off the table, but if we are to do something like that, I want that to be done in a way that is not disruptive, because this is a casual format, right? So people can just choose to do whatever they want, and that's something cognizant of. But it's something we'll be talking about and following up with maybe in the future. But I'll be honest, I still might be believing this may not even need one. But if you want to debate this instead of is Trank's Creed OP or Prophecies OP, dive into this conversation. And also, I'll mention Key of the Emperor just won our last award, runner up of Might Makes Right as well. So Riku reeling in the awards.
Yeah, Riku's getting some honorable mentions too.
Hey.
All right. The Stealth Mode Award. This is the card that people thought was the most underrated. And what do I mean by that is ultimately cards that maybe don't stand out as the most powerful, like what we've just seen with Neko or Key of the Emperor. But when you really start thinking about it, or you really start reading it and go, oh, okay, maybe there's some actually really dangerous stuff it can do here. And so I'm going to show you the winner of that now. Surprise! It's not just one. We had 3 Stealth Mode Award winners. So no runner-ups here. We're just going to show all 3. All of these got the same amount of votes. Bad Penny Press, More Wolfpack, and Team Visible Hand. Bad Penny Press reads, each creature gains destroyed. Return this creature to its owner's hand. Mm-hmm. More Wolfpack has a reveal ability which reads, choose 2 creatures or artifacts. For the remainder of the turn, they gain each other's text boxes, including traits. And Team Visible Hand has 2 abilities. The reveal ability on it says, each opponent draws a card. For the remainder of the turn, all players play with their hands revealed. And then an ability that reads, at the start of your draw card step, archive 5 cards. Gents, you're looking at the cards right now. You're both, well-versed in Keyforge strategy. What do you think people could perhaps be exploiting here? Why do you think these cards won?
Well, the Bad Penny Press card, there's so many amazing play effects. And if suddenly you can just, you have your Infernuses sitting out there and you can just gateway to this and take them straight back to hand, it's situational. But I could definitely see that one being the most underrated for sure.
Yeah, the Team Visible Hand one just seems really good to me.
Yeah. This is not stealth mode. This is full on red alert. This is great.
This is just mode. Yeah, I like the Bad Penny Press one too. Also, great flavor wins. I appreciate that each of these have flavor text on them as well. So so loving that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a big fan of bouncing shenanigans. So the Bad Penny Press one, hits it from the flavor perspective, but also mechanically feels like a lot of the things that I'd like to be doing. So I could see that. And plus, credit to, is this the community card with the fewest lines of text? Because I will give you points for having a clean design that is both, understated yet powerful. Let's say,
That's a good question. I think there are other 2-liners. Floxamol, I think, has 2 lines. I'm actually curious now which one has just like less length of, like, which one has the least amount of text in the ability. I'll have to go back out. I too am a fan of simple yet impactful, which is hard to do, obviously, when it comes to game design. And I don't consider myself a game designer, but this is why we work with the community. They come up with ideas, and then we do try to help refine a little bit to try to get it into this digestible state sometimes. But when it works out, it works out. And I think you mentioned too that this Bad Penny Press, all of these really, but any of them, it was mentioned about Bad Penny Press, is that situational, right? Being situational. And I enjoy this about Keyforge in general, where you have this card that's like, what's this card good for? And then it has this moment, right? Like, yes, this card that's done, jack for me for forever, it's doing something really cool now. And these cards, I think, can provide those opportunities as well. And that to me is super satisfying as a player. And hopefully people have had similar experiences with these cards.
I just want to say, I just did a quick look, and it looks like yours is not the shortest text. There is one other card that looks to be shorter, and we were just talking about flavor text. This one is Flightless Pheasant, who's in the chat right now.
Good shout.
Destroy each card that does not have flavor text.
Yes.
So
Love it.
Really
that
good
is
one.
a card that mechanically cares about flavor text and also is a huge flavor win from a design perspective.
Yes, big. I know we were talking about the flavor award. Absolutely a huge flavor win in design to Flightless. So
clean, yeah, very clean.
Well done.
Love it.
All right, I think if I'm not mistaken, and I very well has been known to be. Oh yeah, this is not the last award. Okay. See, I was mistaken. We have the Art Project Award. This actually I'm super excited about. This card is not so much about like the other text of the ability, but it is strictly the card that had the best art. So what do you see in that box? Do you like the illustration? Do you like the art that's in there? And the winner of that award is the Warcast Reforged, the illustration of which done by Esri Lopez. Fantastic! This is fantastic art. This is right. The Warcast Reforged also newest art for their podcast, and she did a absolutely amazing job. It's stellar art. There's so many fun details. If you go in there and dig at them, I encourage everyone to dig in there. So I'll just say congratulations, Esri, for winning winning the award on behalf of the Warcast Reforged.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Is Esri a friend of the Warcast?
I believe Esri is Tobin's daughter.
A child of war, as it were. Yeah, I have to say this is probably the first one, Dead Stink, where I haven't felt like it's rigged and you've just taken the bread out of our mouths here. But while I don't think you should go back in errata, even the Neko card, you do have some precedent for art rata, as it were. With what's official on record, and I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
Art rata. That's a good. I feel like that has to be used at some point. An art rata. And I guess we should read the card ability too. While it did win an award, so this one says each friendly creature gains. After Reap, lose 2 Amber. If you do, destroy a creature. This card I found can be situational, but I'll be honest, boy, when you're really hurting on board, sometimes you want that. And because, right, you're gaining 1 from the Reap, so it's really a lose 1 in net. And if you have other Reap abilities, it's possible that there are potentially other things that this can synergize with as well. So. And also a runner-up is the KFC 2025 card. This art was done by Sonder Flex Studio, which is actually the art from Born to Rock, which is a Crucible Clash Robnar artifact. So kudos to them. That won runner-up. All right. Now I think we're on. Yeah.
Now's our moment, Quick Draw.
Let's see. It's gonna be Sinks. We know it.
Well, of course, it's all rigged, right? So I'm gonna just, listen. I'll be honest. I mean, the community card was pretty cool, and I say that because I'm just a big sucker for Wild Wormhole, and of course, I made like a Wild Wormhole type of card with that. But this is it. This is the main award, right? This is the Community Card of the Year award for the year. We don't give any kind of criteria. We just say, go with your heart, go with your gut, and go. I feel like there should be a third. That would have been a great quote if I had a good third one lined up. Go with your heart, go with your gut, and go with your instinct. How about that? I don't know. And this is the card that you believed was just your favorite for whatever reason. It could be for any reason you decide whatsoever. It is the card, the definitive card you think your favorite from the year. So we're gonna do runner-up first, right? Because you got to build excitement, and the runner-up is More Wolfpack. This is the league and team out of Seattle. Congratulations to you, David Mikalova. They were working with me on this card and relaying that information to the More Wolfpack crew. Yeah, and there's a lot of fun potential here, right? Anytime you're dealing with gaining text, there's a lot of kind of fun shenanigans that you can do here. But right, it has the flavor, right? And if it's not indicated by the flavor text alone, this is something I was talking about, David, with is it's the concept of traveling in a pack, right? You're linking two cards intrinsically and how they behave. So it has the flavor, it has the art, it has the fun kind of almost like 80s neon background. You have the wolves with the sunglasses, and by the way, the promo foil, the sunglasses are foiled too, which is just a fun little bit there. And yeah, overall, really, really well designed card.
So awesome. Mechanical question for you on this card before you move on. And did you read it? If you read it already, I'll cut this out. But it says, reveal, choose two creatures or artifacts. For the remainder of the turn, they gain each other's text boxes, including traits. Now that's additive, right? So they've got their own original one plus the other cards. And this is the question now. Do you have to choose either two creatures or two artifacts, or can you choose a creature and an artifact?
Yeah, great question. I'll also preface this with a funny anecdote. This card has 3 FAQs it has the most, which again, not to say like I wouldn't even say because it's like not well like designed or worded. It's just it does offer a lot of like kind of sub questions. And right, I'll shout out. We do have a rule book, if you will. It's a Google Doc, and there are FAQs for some cards. This one has 3. The first of which is yes, you can choose 2 creatures, 2 artifacts, or 1 creature or 1 artifact. It is essentially shorthand for choosing 2 cards which have either the creature type or artifact type. So you can mix and match. And then, sorry, what was your second question, AT, about the card?
And the second question was whether the text boxes were additive or full-on replacement.
Yes, so they're additive because they gain. Although I will say we make a note in the rulebook that it doesn't infinitely loop on itself, right? Because you're not going to gain the text that it already has multiple times, and we just FAQ that as a solve. Like, say, don't even let that thought cross your mind.
It's too late. It already did. I was thinking about Whirlpool just infinitely passing every creature.
Yeah, there you go. And I'll also mention that because you are gaining text boxes, text that is gained in the text box or considered to be in a text box through means like upgrades is included. So you can potentially do some fun things with that there. The third FAQ is something that actually the fellow rules lawyers have been discussing about other cards, specifically Doppelganger. And, if you're gaining a text box of a game object and that game object changes, such as its text box changes, or, for example, the card leaves play, does it continue to gain the text box? There actually is no definitive answer for this in the rulebook yet. Have fun with that. But we choose to go with, at least for this FAQ. Sorry, I know this is becoming just like rule. You know how I am. I just start talking about these rules. You go down a rabbit hole, man.
We got to cut him off, JT.
Yeah, you got to cut me off. But we go with the Waking Nightmare FAQ precedent, which is essentially that it's constantly updating. So if that card were to leave play, that card no longer has text box to give to the other one. If Ghost Galaxy updates the rulebook in some way that changes that would actually change this as well. But ultimately, right, play how you want to play. This is a very casual format, but it evokes a lot of rules questions too with this card. So very, very fun card. Yeah,
cool.
And now, moving on to what's next. It's fun because I don't really fully remember what I put on each slide. Oh yeah, right. We gotta get a drum roll. So drum roll, please. Here it is. Your winner for the 2025 Community Card of the Year.
Ooh, big moment.
Can you believe it?
No,
Yo, get out.
Can you believe it?
Get out.
They're getting trolled.
I'd like to say, could you imagine just slide JK or Rick ruled? And I genuinely did not even plan this with like having it be here, but I guess I'll say it for the audio listeners because we're just reacting. Bottom of the Beaker, this very podcast has been voted by the community as a 2025 Community Card of the Year winner. Congratulations! What do you guys think?
Man, I'm so humbled. This is the one we just talked about a bit ago. Playing some Hand and Brain. I love it.
Yeah, I've got it right here because I was going to show off the artwork, not because this was Rig and I prepared for this moment, which I love the foil version of this card. It's very like minimalist, but kind of like really pops. But I guess all of our team swarmed the survey. I don't know.
Well, I was going to say that, but we have like 4 different cards between each of us, and so we only get 1 vote.
Yep.
So I mean, you could say maybe we didn't. It's not just stuffing the ballot box. I don't remember having a coordinated effort for this, but maybe we did.
If it wasn't a very good one because you don't remember about it.
Yeah.
But let's read the card here. I know we've mentioned it before, but it says after you choose your active house, recruit a player from outside your game. If you do, draw 3 cards, and they make all decisions for you for the remainder of the turn. They can look at all cards you could, but you cannot provide input. And I'll also read the skip cost. I mean, it is the Community Card of the Year here. And it says, if there are no other players in the area, this card is free to skip. Otherwise, lose 1 amber. So, yeah, I could see why people enjoy this card. It hits the flavor, with Hand and Brain that this pod is so well known for. It's social, right? Keyforge is a social game. We're a very social community, and the interaction you mentioned with Orion was so much fun, and it's also funny too to see the person who's being recruited like, wait, what do you need me for? And then it's like, oh wait, I'm playing Keyforge now. That's fun. So it's just this fun social interaction, right? You get that extra card draw if you're able to get somebody, you get that extra card draw, and maybe you could draw into a key cheat or just that one thing you need to win the game. And even the art, the logo by Josie. Am I pronouncing their name correctly?
Yep.
Yeah, fantastic. It just really, like you said, it renders really clean there. So yeah, guys, I'd say this is Community Card of the Year worthy.
Oh my gosh.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
My goodness. Well, I have to say too, Dead Sync. I think this is the product of you bearing with us for kind of like endless rounds of like, can we please do like recursive mini game sub game shenanigans?
We did do a lot. This actually had, I think I could be wrong about this, but this had a lot of revisions about the text. And again, as evident, I very much am big into the rules and templating and making sure that it like kind of fits in the Keyforge syntax, if you will. We went back a lot of times on this, but I think that kind of love has shown through because people enjoyed it. So well done, but we're not done with you yet because you get some prizes being the Community Card of, I almost said like Crucible Clash of the Year. It's too many CCs. Community Card of the Year. Yeah. Name your favorite CC. And this is what you get for being part of that, or for winning this. First of all, you are both going to be able to design an upcoming card for 2026, which I guess perhaps buries the lead a little bit. I don't know if we've said it exactly, but community cards are coming back for 2026. And the intent is to do another event at Keyforge Celebration. I mean, again, you saw the survey results. People enjoyed it. We're going to do it again. Now, I'll preface this by saying that this will not be a bottom of the beaker card or a sloppy labor card, and not to attack your prize so early, but you will not be able to get to pick what the name of the card is. We have something in store for you, but as you know, the folks who have designed a card people believe is very enjoyable. What better hands to put it in than yours to help kind of lead in this new card. So you'll be hearing from me soon about that. Um, and if you don't want to do it, I guess well, you don't have a choice, really. You'll just get shamed yet again, JT, if you don't want to do it. So you might as well, do it.
For all the work that JT does, he just gets shamed for
I know. It's not right. I say it's not right. But there's also another thing you're going to get to, and you will get whatever that card is. You will get some foil promos for that card, and it won't just be just two for the two of you. We'll make sure to give you a nice little batch that you can distribute however you see fit, or we could talk about that again. Details TBD. But you are ultimately will be the keepers of that card, and so really looking forward to that. But there is one more prize, and it is not a prize that I listed initially because I had not thought of it until recently. And I kind of kicked myself. I was like, duh, why wouldn't you do that? And so what you will also be doing,
a cruise? Oh my God!
Cruise, can you believe it? A brand new car. No, it's none of those things. It is a bottom of the beaker 2025 Community Card of the Year edition, which will be not like private reserve. Like people will be able to get this card. And why wait? Let's take a look at it.
Oh, hang on. Oh, snap.
Wow.
This is the tentative bottom of the beaker Community Card of the Year edition. We're going to make this available to people. Again, TBD. There's a lot of ways you can do that. And essentially, right, all the cards next year are going to be new, except for this one, because it has kind of deserved that honor, if you will, as being the Community Card of the Year. So obviously, we'll make sure you both like the look of it, but we're kind of going for that kind of clean aesthetic and make it look different and really stand out in people's collections if they get this card. So,
so it's the borderless art you have on here. It says Community Card of the Year at the top. It looks very slick. It looks like it's a bit more of a purple and a pinkish hue and a glowing logo. I think that'll look very nice. That's fantastic.
Yeah, the folks in podcast land will have to head over to check out the show notes if we're allowed to put an image. I guess I don't know.
Oh yeah, we could put this image out there. That's fine. I'll get it to you. So you mean the show notes, like technically?
Yeah. I mean on the servers. I wasn't sure if you were if this was.
This is. I'll happily share this image with you. I mean, I'm super excited for people to see this card again, and based on the way it'll be. I mean, I'll this card will be available at Keyforge Celebration, right? That's how we're going to distribute these cards as we do. So that means when people are playing whatever we do next year for KFC, this card will be back in a very fancy new wrapper. So very, very excited to do that. I'm kicking myself. I didn't think of it before. Like, why not? Why wouldn't you? So
you could have just not told anyone that you didn't think of it sooner, because this is the first we're all hearing of any of this.
Yeah. Well, if I'm gonna fail, I might as well fail publicly. But we made it all right in the end. Here it is. It's happening. And that card number 12, will get a fancy edition. So we're gonna take a pivot here to a raffle, because we have more prizes to give out. So I guess JT, I'll give you a second here. If you don't mind, admittedly, I'm not going to probably see any of this because I'm terrified to load up Twitch right now. So why don't you take while you're doing that? If as you're loading that up, I'll say everyone who submitted a ballot, who agreed to kind of make themselves not anonymous, although it's still anonymous. I'm not jabbing people for their votes, I promise. If they tick the box, said I would like to enter. This has been the chance to enter this prize, and I'm hoping I listed what. Okay, good. I'm switching back to the slides right now. You don't have to pull this up, JT, if you can't see it. That's totally fine. It's more information for me. We had 24 raffle entrants. The winner of this will get, again, a complete playset of the 2025 community card set. That's cards 1 to 42, and then 3 foil promos of the KFC 25 round prizes. It's going to have free shipping in the U.S., and if our winner is international, they'll get up to a $15 credit, in which then, if that is more than that, we can work out if they want to continue to pay for the shipping or if they want to pass along the award or the prize to someone else. So without further ado, hopefully people are seeing a wheel with their names on it, and then I'll let you commentate from there.
All right, sweet. I'm pressing the button. Pressing the button. It's spinning. Oh man, sound effects coming through. Hopefully on the Torch side. It's coming around. It's coming around. Is it gonna be Fig? Is it gonna be Davo? It just crossed over to Fig. Fig is the winner of the drawing. Beautiful, beautiful. I thought Davo was gonna get it. That was very close. Excellent.
Well, congratulations, Fig.
Congrats, Fig.
How is Fig going to be able to hear about this and claim the prize?
I'll be reaching out to them via Discord. Again, I'll come find you. There's no hiding from the community card prizes, and we'll make sure we get you that prize package, if you will. So, all right. So I guess let's go back to the slides if that's okay. If that's not going to break anything, and then I guess JT just holler when we're all queued up here. We're almost at the end.
Hollering commences. Yeah.
All right. Hollering received. Very good. Oh, raffle. This is great. That's where the raffle goes. We did that so we can continue moving along. This is high quality budget production here. But we have one more thing to share with people when it comes to the world of. Hold on. Sorry, I'm getting some glitching there. Oh, geez. Sorry. You know how these technical things go. What was that? One more thing is that applications for 2026 cards are open right now. We're doing it again next year. We said that, and we're going to begin this process right away. So this is open to community groups, organizations, content creators, leagues, event series, or other community projects. And by the way, past or present, as long as you are the person representing that group formally, even if you're not doing it anymore, you can still submit. This is an important note that entities that already have a 2025 card are going to currently be ineligible to make a new card this year. All right. Why are we doing that? Ultimately, because throughout talking at KFC, a lot of people came up to me and said, "This is cool. I didn't even know about this. I'd love to have my, XYZ represented." And so, right, there are logistical and budgetary reasons why we can only do so many. This is not to say we can't do more than we did last year. That is technically possible. But we want to start with the groups that have not been represented yet. So again, if you submit, if you submit for bottom of the beaker yet again, if winning the community card of the year award wasn't enough, it will be denied for now. Potential expanded opportunities in the future. Don't know what that is yet, but we'll continue to share that through the community card server. Applications will close April 5th, so you have a little bit of time, but I'll kindly suggest don't wait. Because something we're doing this year is I've made some backend changes to make it kind of easier to do for everyone involved, and it will just kind of move things along quicker the sooner you're able to do it. So if you have a group and you think you want to do it, and again you represent that group formally, you're that group's leader or organizer, go ahead and scan this QR code. We have the link that we'll share on the various Discords a little bit after this pod. And there are some additional terms in the form. Money is one of them. We do, to make this possible, right? Money has to be spent. So we do ask for our applicants and our participants who want to have a card created to promote their entity that they chip in a tiny bit to cover the cost of production. That's all laid out there. And actually, again, I've made a better effort this year to kind of lay that out up front as much as possible. Yeah, community cards 2026, we're coming back. And I'll also even mention too that the goal of community cards is not even the goal. It's expansible, right? So these will be fully compatible, and essentially it's just more cards. The first, right, we had cards 1 through 42. The first card in 2026 will be card number 43, 43. So it is essentially the card pool will continue to grow. And then you'll be able to mix and match and do whatever you want with the cards from there.
Very nice.
The end. We've reached the end. That's it.
News. This is a jam-packed evening here of breaking news and big reveals. So yeah, that's exciting to hear.
And thank you both for letting me. Sorry to cut you off, but thank you both for letting me, hijack the pod for a little bit, talk community.
Well, it's become more clear now why you asked us like 5 times if you could come on here.
Yeah.
No, this is great, and I'm excited. This is going to continue. Obviously, it was super well received. This was a highlight of KFC for a lot of folks, and I think that was something that I heard loud and clear and came through obviously in your survey. So love that it's continuing. Excited to see what next iterations look like, and hats off to you and many thanks for the work and sweat and blood that went into making it happen. If what you went through with us to get one card out there was multiplied out by all the people who put forward cards this past year, then you did a Herculean effort, let's say. So many thanks to you for pulling it off and making it happen. Absolutely.
Well, thank you. It's my pleasure. And yes, certainly made sure to make some optimizations this year around to make the process a streamline. The first time you do it, you learn a bunch of things. But I think, again, I've had so many people come up to me and, really just genuinely saying, thank you. This is so cool. Like that makes every ounce of effort worth it, right? It's what we're all about as a community. And this is what this mode tries to do, while also providing fun Keyforge play for those people who like that sort of thing, which is, I think, most of us. So yeah, good times.
Yeah. Folks should know that Andrew looked me right in the eye when he was like, and people who did it last year are not welcome back.
Crushing JT's hopes and dreams. Like, I have a great idea for the Sloppy Labward card for the next 3 years mapped out.
Yeah, hear me out. You know that card Shahrazad? We're going to do that over and over.
I forgot. Yeah, I remember that. Oh.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. Well, that was a lot of fun. I don't know. Anything else we want to touch on? I know that we went through a lot. I'll make sure we hit our notes here. Pretty good. Looking pretty good. Well,
that's like you've been talking for like an hour and a half straight now. You all right?
Yeah, I apologize if I.
No. Man, I would be dying if I were you right now.
I'm hanging in there. I'm sure tomorrow I'll have lost my voice, and then you'll suffer with the consequences.
Marcus, who missed his laurel hanging at the first half of the episode, as I think joined in the chat, and did not know. I'm gonna put words in his mouth. Maybe really likes my suggestion for a Shahrazad themed card mechanically. We'll go with that.
Well, we know what the card I guess you're going to be designing is, right? The 2026 card. You heard it here first, folks. The boss are going to have to battle as me to see if we allow it. But we'll have fun with it, I'm sure. We'll have fun.
Naturally. Cool. Well then, with that having been said, how about a word from our sponsors? Does that sound good?
Love to hear it.
This episode of Bottom Beaker is brought to you by Routine Jab, the premier boxing gym on the Crucible. So whether you are training for sanctioned matches, unsanctioned grudges, or the purely theoretical sparring, their routines are scientifically optimized for maximum punch density. So whether you're into their anti-gravity optional heavy bags, amber-infused wraps, or round bell that rings slightly before you're ready, try Routine Jab today. Quick draw. Do you do much boxing? You think you're down for some routine jabs?
New Year's resolution. Yeah, I've been going every day.
Oh, okay.
I hear the more often you go, the better you get. So
they improve. They improve with repetition. Absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
This episode of Bottom Beaker, folks, I should also let you know. No. What the heck? Folks, I should also let you know that Bottom Beaker is recorded live on Wednesday evenings at 9:30 Eastern Time. I guess today's Tuesday, but right here at twitch.tv/sloppylabwork. You can find recordings of our past shows and other streams over at youtube.com. We are at Sloppy Labwork over there. And for the very best content, 34 No. 57 times distilled and scraped for the bottom of the beaker. Search for that very phrase in your podcatcher of choice. All that and more at sloppylabwork.com. Thanks so much, DeadSync, for hopping on with us, talking some keychain, talking some community cards, and thoroughly rigging the drawing in our favor. A pleasure to have you on.
My pleasure. I'm doing adaptive best of one at our weeklies tomorrow. So please send me your tips and tricks. So I hopefully don't go 0-3. We'll see.
Awesome.
You've played some Kagi Live before yourself.
I have. No, I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, thank you both for having me on. Appreciate it as always.
Nice. And yeah, quick draw. Got any words for the folks getting off at the final audio stop?
Thanks to DeadSync for everything. There's so much going on tonight. Thanks for everything in general, for everything that you do for the community and for us. It's just been a pleasure to get to know you better the last year. Thanks for everything.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Ditto.
And everyone else out there, thanks for listening tonight, and stay sloppy.
Stay sloppy indeed. Yeah, Marcus. Keychain laurels indeed. Your keychain is heavy with laurels. We're awed by your prowess, and we are thankful, us mere mortals, thankful that you are at the judges' table instead of slogging it out with us to have to wade through.
That is true. Yeah.
Judges gotta play. Ain't it the truth? All right. Well, that was a lot of fun and a lot. So I don't know, guys. Are we feeling up for a game? Maybe bedtime for your JT.
Bedtime.
It's late, yeah. I'm a bit sorry if that went long. I guess we had a lot of stuff to talk about, and I just realized like later, like that there was the timer at the top, and I was like after we were all done, it was at like 1:50. I was like, oh my god, I should have moved quicker through some of those slides. Wouldn't have lollygagged so much.
It's cool. Usually I do like the truncate silence thing, and it chops off like 30 seconds, so it should be fine.
Great. Awesome. Very good. Well,
I don't know. Maybe chat here has some, the folks in the chat here have some suggestions. We could milk 2 episodes out of this. I don't know, maybe possibly, but I don't know. I don't think anybody's gonna begrudge a little extra helping of sloppy audio. So I think it's all good, and that was good stuff. So yeah,
that's the average runtime of Archon's Corner, right? So we're just kind of
we're approaching it. Yeah,
we would dive in there a little bit, right?
You can milk whatever you like to. Some possibilities. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll have a week to do the editing and figure that out. But either way, yeah, good to have you back, and we will sign off on the stream. So thank you, folks, for hanging out, and good convos times.
Thanks, everybody. I don't know who's in the stream. I don't have Twitch up, but thank you. I appreciate you, no matter who you are, where you
Whoever
are.
you are, I appreciate
whoever you are. All of you, all 20 of you.
Yeah, you brought everybody in tonight, man.
I genuinely know nothing. I typically like to have the Twitch up just so I could like see, but how many people were on?
I think
let's see
14,
how many we got,
15
folks.
at some point. We're still in double digits. We don't
Damn.
usually get double digits.
Hell yeah.
Double digits.
All right, I'll set
guys.
Sorry.